Now you can hear me. Can you hear me in the room?
Uh,
You hear
well,
it?
I haven't had the volume on it.
Okay, I didn't either. It was being taped and I didn't have it on. Now it's on. You should be able to hear it in the room. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to destroy this tape after. I'm not going to save this one. But right now, this is what I usually do. I have the volume on and I'd be talking and I'd be recording all this. So it's being recorded. Hold on a second. Listen,
What's going on?
just want to let everybody know that I was given a private lesson. That's why there's no sound. Sorry about that. You all could have had the lesson, but I will be here tomorrow at 12 o'clock for my regular streaming. If you followed the scalper, you could make money up and down. 10 points here, 10 points there. You know. Hey Dazzle, are you still here? I'm sorry. I was given a private lesson. I should have made you all part of it. I know how much you people love me. 15 people in here. I was just showing how to make trend lines, and we got a newbie in here, and he's like learning from scratch. So I didn't want to bore you people with some of the new stuff, the old stuff. How's everybody doing today? Anybody trade? See if we get an answer here. I know there's 50. Watch. Oh, I'm in the wrong. What do you call it? Where's the music coming from? Oh, okay. Sorry about that, folks. I was getting a little headache from the music. I know it was coming from. Shout out. Let me know that you're here. And this is what we do. A ring of the bell. I didn't know I was here either. I just found out. I was actually doing some private lessons. You know, this is my day off. I usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm here now. Anybody have any questions? Anybody need any help with anything specific? Let me know. I'll give it a shot. Chino is opening up, not going to be listed. What's Chino? You know what Chino is? Anybody know what Chino is? I just read on Deck's board that Chino is opening up and it's not going to be delisted. Some stock, obviously. About 2 years ago, there was a stock. I can't remember the name. It might have been Hertz Rent-A-Car. They were going bankrupt. And until the day it went bankrupt or filed Chapter 11, the stock got played up like a super mover until that Friday. And after that, it was a dead issue. It happens that way. You know, people are crazy. They want to trade something. Like there was an IPO this morning. I almost jumped in. What was that IPO this morning? New IPO. I think it was only about a day old. New IPO. What was that stock? Let me see if I can see it on my board. It was HTCR? No. Hell yeah. What the heck was that stock this morning? Anybody knew that IPO that was this morning? This thing, I almost jumped in. Actually, you know what? I can look it up on the halts. It did halt this morning. IMTE, LLT, SYMs, and LILT. Let's see. CERN. You can go to the halt page and check all that stuff out. When did it halt? I know it halted. LLS. Let's see. 10 o'clock this morning. LYLT. IMTE. Was that the one? IMTE. Does that sound familiar? Integrated twice. IMTE. What if I have it up here on my ACR? It was about a $16 stock, I think, $17. See, but IPOs are like throwing the dice. You can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot of money very quickly. You got to be very careful. I think I took it out already. It might have been IMTE. Let me open that up and see. RDX is a stock to watch right now. IMTE. Let's see. 998. Let's see. Historical data. Nope, that's not the one. That's not the one. I can't remember which one, but it did halt this morning. HTCR. What was with the quick sell-off on HTCR? Let me look it up real quick. HTCR. Here we go. 163. You got quick sell-off 6 hours ago. It was a repurchase program. That's why. Okay, so if you look at HTCR, where am I back here? Okay, so HTCR was a repurchase of stock, and that's why when they buy up all that stock, the stock, I don't know, that makes the sell-off makes the stock go down. Did it go down? HTCR? Yeah. No, it went up a little bit. It opened up at $1.02. That's why, because they bought up their stocks. Let's see. And what was their float for this stock? Was let's see. It's only 5.46 million. So that's a stock that can move, and it did. It went from $1. It was up 164%. I did not trade that this morning. I know I looked at it, but I did not trade it. So, are you in the room?
Yeah.
Tana? Okay.
Yeah.
See, they're quiet. These people don't ask enough questions. I wish they'd ask me more questions, make me work for it, because I'm here to help them. A ring of the bell. How did you do today? Did you trade? You're talking that it went to 290. You're right. It went to 319 actually. Your day's range on that was from $1.17 up to 319, back up to 257. So it's actually still holding some good gains. So it probably had some momentum before. Let me change that out on the HCTR. I did have it in my watch list. All right. So if you look at HCTR here, you could see. Let me go on the other chart. You can see here when it had a low of 213 and it had a big run to 290. Okay, that's what he's talking about. But right here you can see at 578,250, so about 800,000. You have about right here, just here, about 1.5 million shares were traded going up, and that made this thing move really good. It did not drop really hard. Even though it came back to 256, we're back at the VWAP. There's a good chance this stock could run again if it holds the VWAP. Right now, we're at the VWAP at about 250, and it's got to hold here. And if it holds here, it could pick up a little steam and go back. Where, I don't know. You know what? You just don't know. If you threw your... See, right now I see descending. So it is descending. And if you take your lines here and you draw your trend lines from there to there, there you go. So you can see right now we are in a channel, and this channel we can still see that the stock is still coming down. So you got to be real careful here. So you got to wait till it either picks up and gets back up over the it's got to get back over the VWAP, and I don't like to bet on breakouts. Oops, 11:15 point. What's that? Around 1:15. 11:15 this morning. Let's see. Is that what he's talking about? 11:15. Oh, that's 320, which is there. There it is. So 11:15. If I bring it back to the chart, that's why I told you. I'm on the phone with somebody at the same time. But that's why I told you that your chart needs to be on Eastern Standard Time, which you said they automatically do that, right, Tanner?
Yeah, they did that.
Okay, so if you look on the chart at 11:15, you see down below it says 11:16. So you can see, and right there you can see this. The TTM scalper said to buy. It was a buying signal, and it was a good one because look at what the 320. You probably could have got out about 310, 320. You don't know how fast it probably hit and came down really quick, but that was a nice run from 250 to 320. You could have made at least 50 cents. Right there, 500 shares would have made you $250. So that was a good stock. And from what I'm seeing right now, there was a lot of consolidation throughout the day, and it's still holding. So it had a dump, but it came back. This stock, you don't know which way. We got to see which way it's going to go. It's within this channel right now, so it's either going to come below the channel, which gives weakness, or it's going to pick up some more volume and go forward. I personally would not chase it. I don't chase stocks. I don't chase breakouts. Just something I learned not to do. It's a 50-50, It's like shooting craps. And right now it's going up a little bit, but you don't know who's watching this and how many shares they're holding. Remember, this is being manipulated by a market mover, and you got to be real careful with that. Market movers have the potential of dropping 500,000 shares or 250,000 shares, which is enough to cripple most of our accounts in here. Especially if you have stop losses, you're going to get ticked out. I hate when that happens. But right now, it's still consolidating. We'll have to see, because right now, as you can see, let's see. Hold on one second. Let's see. We're going to open something up real quick. Another TradeCaster. Give me a second. Put my lobby here. Give me 1 second. I can't believe the day has gone by so fast. I know. Oh, I talked to you for over 2 hours on the phone.
I know, it's crazy.
I help a lot of people in these rooms, Let's see, bells. And the time right now, look at this. Right now, perfect timing. I just made it, and it's 3 o'clock, and there's your power hour. Welcome to the power hour, folks. Okay, this is where we separate The men from the boys and the women from the girls. Girls on the left, boys on the right. Hate that. You ever been to a wedding like that? Amazing. Jewish people do that. They put the women, the real Sephardic, the women on the right, the men on the left. I wouldn't go to one of those weddings again. And I was hanging out in the courtroom with her daughter. Sorry. Got a little crazy there. Anyway, let's see where we're at. Okay, so right now it's just, is any other stocks? Anybody see anything else that's moving? So what I usually do at this time when I don't really see much happening is I will open up my watch list, bring my stock down a little bit, start from the top again. Nothing happening here. IMAB, it's got a little bit of a run on IMAB. Okay, you can see that, but I don't see much volume there. I can't see it in here, unfortunately. But IMAB, let's see, on there, it's about 3,000. That's nothing. EDU, not happening. RDBX. RDBX is a good stock to watch. Goes up, it goes down, you know. So you can make money. If you look through the channels here, you know, this has been a lot of consolidation, but from here to here, you can make a lot of money. If you were shorting the stock, RDBX, which it's hard to borrow on TOS. Doesn't mean it's not available. Just means it's hard to borrow. You can go from here to here. And DIDI was a good stock in the beginning of the week. Monday and last week, Friday. Let's see. EFOI, not really much happening. It's weak. It's bearish. This stock, LEU, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's an easy to borrow stock, so I'll hold on to it for a while. Groupon, there's really nothing happening. BZ, MRTX, I'm really upset. I had a short ready at 65.50. It hit 42. I missed it by 8 cents, and it dropped all the ways down to $1, almost $1 something. $1.30, $1.40. I really would have made some money. I've been waiting all day for that. I put it on the I put it on the list that I was waiting for at 6, and it hit 6.42. What do you call that? 65.42. It never hit the 65.50. I was so pissed. I didn't want to chase it, you know, so I missed it. SQQ could have made some money if you shorted it today because it went the opposite of the SPY, and it's a lot cheaper than the SPY. CRM is another stock that is shortable in Thinkorswim. So you can see it went to 190 back to 189, and you could have made almost a half a point right there. It looks like so much more than it really is. Okay, right there. And let's see, and I'm on a 1 minute in there. Go to CRD. Let's go bring this to a 3 minute, especially at this time of day. And Snap was good about 2 weeks ago, but Snap's a stock that goes up and down. So you can see here, if you look at the TTM scalper at 15.46, and you could have followed it down to 15, you could have made about 40 cents. You know, on 500 shares is a quick $200, so you can make money. You got to be careful, but these bigger stocks are easier to make money, but they do move a little slower, and that's okay because it stops you from losing your money too fast. But there were quite a few good drops in there, like right in here, and you can see right in here there were a couple of good drops right there. I can't see the volume machine on top, so ASO. These are stocks that are now they're underbought. Let's see. Well, what did I get in there? Stock didn't move much at all. Was that Amazon? No. And Ford's another stock I like to watch from time to time. You can make money. Go America, USA stocks. Save the airlines, AMD. Airlines are up and down depending on what's happening with COVID this week, you know. When one moves, there's great sympathy play. You can watch one airline go and the other ones get taken with it, you know. What happened to old Galactica? What's it called? Spirit Airlines? What was that? Virgin Airlines. That's the one that has that spaceship from Elon that goes to Mars. Anybody taking the trip? Let's see. What was the? Virgin Galactica. What is the? Is that not Save? Which one is that? Anybody know? Let's see. I can't remember the symbol. What's wrong with me? Virgin Airlines. Okay. Stock. What is it? SPT? That's it. That's right. SPCE. Thank you. I used to watch that a lot. Where did it go? Let's see. And when you can't find it, you quickly just put it in alphabetical order, and then you can go down and... I know I just put it in here. Where did it go? Didn't go in? That's weird. It didn't go in. Hold on. I'll put it in the other one. Hold on. SPCE. SP. That's why it's good to have two computers. Okay. And now it should be there. Can you see it? Yes, thank you for that, Tenor. So right here, you can see SP, which is Virgin Galactica. I should say it somewhere. What does it say? It should say it. So you can see the stock started off this morning at 7.27. It only went about 25 cents. Nice short right there, which we couldn't do in TOS. Back to 25 cents it came, that's it. So it really didn't do much today. But the stock used to keep an eye on back in time. Usually says the name of the stock in there. There's a place to put it in there, the symbol. Anybody know where to put the symbol? Where it shows in the background in Thinkorswim? I forgot where it is. Another one of those trick things. Had to add that in. Yeah, thank you, Cage. I got Tanner on the phone here. He actually gave it to me. I appreciate that. Does anybody have Thinkorswim know how to put where the stock symbol shows up? Well, there it is right there, SPCE. So it is there. There's a way to put it where it's inside the background here. I had it. I don't know how it disappeared. Here today, gone tomorrow. See how I lose my voice? That's a problem. Okay. So nothing really going on there. And that's what I love about this list. Okay, because I can go from top to bottom or bottom to top on stocks that are done. And a lot of times, like AUV, I don't even know why I keep this because I don't trust the company. I guess it's almost like what's that one with the trucks that Deck was talking about this morning? Is that NXLA or something like that? And
Oh yeah.
the stock that had the beautiful trucks run on propane or electric and propane and never happened.
Nikola, right? Nikola.
Hold on, let me make you louder because I can't hear you. What is it?
I think it's Nikola.
Yeah, right, Nikola. Yeah, but what's the symbol? What's the symbol for it? NKLA, isn't it? Wasn't it NKLA? Let me put it in, see what happens.
Yeah.
NKLA. So, let's see what it did today. It's down. Like, this stock was $30, $40. You know, it was up $100 at one time. So, you can look right now. You can see, yeah, Nicolia, that's it, NKLA. So, you can see, like, this stock is at $7. And a lot of people think it's a scam. And it might be. They keep putting off. I saw the news. What does it say? What expands transportation partnership? I saw this morning, I looked at some of the news, and it came up like, when are they going to be able to get the production going, you know? Oh, there was a news story on it. When? That's the big key. But it was beautiful. When it first came out during the beginning of COVID, back in 2020, I think, this company, like, blew up. Everybody, like, went after it. Why? You know why? Does anybody know the reason why? I'm going to tell you why. Watch this, okay? This is something that we have learned. I got to find the little symbol for it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Okay, got it. Remember this. This makes money. All right? I put it in the room. Did I put it in the room? I put it in the wrong room. Oh, put it in the wrong room. Oh, lordy lord. Hold on. I put it in the wrong room. You like that? Okay. Bye. Here we go. I'm watching Deck's room too. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Right? When the rumor comes out, you want to get into some sort of a stock when there's a little hint of something really going on. That's when the stock really moves. But once the news comes out, what happens? You get a flash quick up, and boom, that's the end of it, and the stock goes down. So buy the rumor, sell the news. And that's something that you cannot forget. It's important to know. And important to find out, because we always must ask ourselves, why is the stock going up? How big is the float? Is this a pump and dump? You know, and do I want to get involved? Because remember, you want to be the first one in or the last one in. It's like a permit scam, pump and dumps. It doesn't mean they're bad. It's like an IPO. If you get in at the right time, you're going to make a lot of money. I love IPOs. I love halt strategies. Okay, I usually make money. This morning I hesitated. I got in a little late. I made an extra $100, and that was on AERC. So the only stock I really traded today, and as you can see on AERC, I put $223 in the bank today. and I did 1,500 shares. I think one of them was a. I think I doubled down on it. Did I double down or do three trades? Let's see. I did one trade of 500. Oh, I did the second one. I did 500, and then it went down a little. So I doubled down. I cost average down. I cost average down, but I never cost average up. I just don't do that. Okay, where am I? What did I just do? Charts. Okay. And that's really about it. Anybody have any questions or have any stock you want me to look at? Post it on the board. 17 people. So quiet. Is anybody trading right now? What's going on? You want me to play guitar? QTT. Let me take a quick look. QTT. All right. QTT. It's up $1 something. It's got a 12 million float, 12.3 million float, and it's got a Form 20 filing. That was last month. There is no news. This is a pump and dump. Unless there's other news somewhere else, QTT. All right, QTT. So what do I want to do? First thing, I go to my watch list. I put in QTT. All right. Then I go and Q. All right, there's no way I can do this. Stock for some reason is moving. It's being manipulated. It's 83,000 shares just now. It's got a new high of the day. But the question is, 1231. It's a Chinese company. That answers that. You got to be real careful with Chinese companies. These things come, they go. I remember what's that big coffee one? Lucky Coffee. Man, I made a lot of money. I remember that thing dumped to $5. Now it's on the over the counter. Anybody remember Lucky Coffee? That's one of those Chinese companies. It was supposed to be the largest coffee company in the world. Anybody know what I'm talking about? What's the coffee company? Anybody? Anybody? Come on. Over the counter now.
Never heard.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Let's see. Let me put in Lucky Coffee. It should come up. Luckin. That's it. Luckin Corky stock. Let's see. Oh, it changed its symbol. Wow, it's now ADR. They changed their name. They changed their symbol. Over the counter. Oh no. It's okay. It's L. What the heck is it? I just saw it. LKNCY. LKNCY. Luckin Coffee. Haha. Doing a lot. I've traded a lot. Here's Luckin Coffee. But now this is over the counter. You got to be careful. These over the counter stocks also a lot of gambling. You see. But this is a stock. Go look back about a year or two. I just got actually I did trade it and I got some paperwork in the mail from Luckin Coffee about a class action lawsuit, which I tell you the truth, I made money, so I can't be part of it really. Yo, you remember it, Dazzle Drew. She lost money in it. Yep, like 2 years ago. That's right. So you must have got the forms in the mail for the class action lawsuit. Anybody who was in back in 2021, 2020, somewhere back then, maybe back 2019. But this stock was up there at one time. It was like big time. Let's see if I go back 5 years. That stock, here we go, $50, $40.93, $50. So here's a stock that they just really pull the walls on everybody, you know? Sorry about that, Dazzle. Brought up some bad memories. You can spank me later. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean it. See what I'm talking about? You think this would be fun? You think you'd like to, you too could be a live streamer, you know. Anybody can live stream. That makes this available to everybody and anybody. And if anybody here thinks they want to do this, which is fine, I will help you. I will show you how to set up, and I'll walk you through it. I walked Sean, what's his name? I walked, what is Sean's name? Sean World, I think his name is. He comes in once in a while after 4 o'clock. He's actually a good friend of Dak. He grew up with him. They used to live on the same block. Good guy, real good guy. If you don't know him, he's somebody worth knowing. Absolutely. So he's in the music business too. He does recording. Real good guy. Okay. Let's see. I got a lot going on here. I'm looking for a stock. Anything going on at all? Let's go from the top again. There's nothing. Let's go back to Redbox. Where is that? I can't put it in order. RD. Here we go. I think that was moving before. That might be one of the only stocks moving. Oh, it's up there. Good. Okay, there's RD box. Let's open this up a little. Make it easier to see. So you can see the TTM squeeze said it's going up at 968, 30 cents. There you go. 500 shares, $150 right there. Come on, folks. We can be making some money here. Red box, RD box is definitely a stock worth watching from day to day. What was the payout for the class? I don't know. I don't know that it even happened yet. I think the class action suit, I think you had to, or you still, maybe July of this year, you have to be in it, and you'll find out in January of probably next year. I really don't know. And I wasn't part of it. I'm part of it. I don't know why they contacted me. I just threw it in the garbage. I try to stay under the radar. Okay, folks, I'm still here. I was just doing a little help on the side there, taking care of the cat. My cat came in the room. You know, I always got to give her her treats at this hour, or otherwise she won't kiss me and hug me up later. You know what I mean? So that's about it. I don't see really much going on right now, and I'm not going to chase anything and get back any money. I only made about $223 today, and a little over $400 yesterday. So in 2 days, I'm up 16. What's that? I'm up over $600, and I did 17 trades in 2 days, and I won 17 out of 17 scalps. So I'm 100% yesterday and today. But I did lose $300 on what's today? Wednesday? On Monday. Was it Monday? Monday I lost $316. So I'm still up twice that. So I'm good. I'm up over $300 this week. And it's only Wednesday. Let's see what happens tomorrow. You know, I had a bad day. I ran after Amazon and I went the wrong way and it got me. And it happens. I couldn't get the timing right. And that's, you know what? You can teach anybody how to be the greatest trader, but the one thing that you cannot teach people is timing. Timing just comes. You gotta look at a stock, you gotta get into the algorithm, and that's why that day when I lost $300, you know, like 3 times 3 trades, whatever, lost $300, I couldn't catch it. I walked away and said, I'm not gonna revenge trade, I'm not gonna try to get even. Tomorrow was another day, and that's what I did. I tried. I lost 50 here, 100 here, 75 there, and I just said, you know what, I'm done for the day. Monday was not my day. But you know what? I came back Tuesday in a flurry, and I made back my 300 plus 100, and then today, so I'm up over 300. And you know what? I'm not the biggest trader. I could be. I have the money in my account, but you know, the older you get, the more fear you have, and the younger you have, the less fear you have, and that's the way it is. So these young people definitely have an advantage. And that's just who I am. That's part of my makeup. I'm very conservative, and I'm in a field that's not conservative. That's very, very, out there. It's very, taking risks. And you know what? If you don't risk it, you don't get the biscuit, and that's just the way it is. So, go and get it. Go after it. And do the work. Like, I was listening to Deck this morning, and I actually made some notes this morning. I'm going to read them to you. When I hear things, or things come to my mind, I write things down. And this morning I wrote, let's see, and it's going to be part of the book that I'm giving away very soon, 10 Option Strategy, 7 Steps to Success. There's a powerful 7-step formula, all right, that you use to set up and achieve your goals for the rest of your life. 1, decide what you want. 2, write it down. 3, set a deadline. 4, make a list. What I'm up to. 5, organize your list. 6, take action. And 7, do something every day. Work every day a little bit towards your goals. And don't make your goals so far out that you can never reach them, okay? You may shoot for the moon, but you'll always reach the stars, okay? Commit to it. The most important step is to make commitment to yourself. That you will cultivate and support that kind of mindset. Surround yourself with successful people. Stay away from negative people. Negative people bring negative vibes, and you know what? You got to push them away. You got to rebuke them. Go for the growth and take the action. Set a measurable goal. Success, by definition, is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. So make sense to figure out what you're chasing. And don't chase stocks. Don't chase plays that aren't there. Learn patience, okay? I love what Warren Buffett says. And I tell you guys this all the time. And I'm going to put it back out there for you, because Warren Buffett says, and he says a lot of things, and I love all the things that he says. But he says the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. You see, now he's got a lot of money, so he can wait. He knows what goes up will come down, will go back again, okay? Just like the housing market. Look at this. I mean, it takes years and years and years. My apartment went from what it is to two and a half times what it is, and it'll be back to where it was. It's just the way it is. It's a revolution. The Democrats come in, they screw up the whole country and the whole economy, and then the Republicans come back and they fix it. And every time the Democrats screw it up, the Republicans fix it. That's just the way it is. Nothing about politics. I'm not getting down on what you believe or don't believe. It doesn't matter. It's just facts, okay? So, again, I love what Warren Buffett has to say, and what he usually says is true. Develop mental toughness. Believe in yourself. Cut out the negative self-talk and look for ways to stay positive and self-encouraging. You got to keep trying. You got to set goals. You got to find support, and don't give up. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. And you're not alone, but reach out and help. There's 6 moderators in this room. There's over 2,000 members here to help you to be more successful. I got one on the phone right now. You hear that squelching in the background? That's me talking to somebody who's on the phone. And every now and then I cut you out and we have a conversation. But once you're over 25,000 in your account, and for those who are not, you will get there if that's part of your goal. You can also fall into the trap of over trading. Don't do it. You got to start small. You got to crawl before you can walk, and you got to walk before you can run. So while luck may be more appealing than the effort, you don't get to choose luck. Effort, on the other hand, is totally and always available all the time. So what am I saying? You must make the effort. The first year I was here, I actually watched over 1,000 hours of videos in different rooms, not just Dex room. I watched Warrior Trading. I watched Discord rooms. I just went and I came up with things in my mind, whether it was trend lines, whether it was Fibonacci, whether it was Bollinger Bands, whatever it is I could think of. I put it into the internet and found videos on it and watched one after the other. So I'd spend the whole day with you guys in 2019 in these rooms, and every night I'd watch 3 hours of videos, and I watched 1,000 hours. Sundays I'd watch 3-4 hours of videos. I couldn't get enough. I really couldn't. And because of what I did and the effort that I put in, almost a year into being in these rooms, one day my name turned a different color. And the next thing I know, I was a moderator. And the next thing I know, I was getting paid for doing something that I loved. And that's just it. If you do something you love, then it's no longer a job. Okay? It's a vacation. And this has been some vacation, and it hasn't ended. And I love it, man. I do. I love what I'm doing. I've made more friends in these rooms than I probably made my whole life in the rest of them. And I've made a lot of friends in my life. You know, I've been influential in a lot of people's lives, especially here in Tradecaster. And I've helped traders to become better traders than I am, just by what I teach them. And this is an awesome thing. I don't care. I hope you make more money than I do. I want you to make more money. My life is limited, okay? I've got COPD. My life is got a mark on it with a certain amount of time left on it. You know, more than half my life is over. But for a lot of you, your life is just starting. So make it a better. Look at Deck is a real good example. He is not the best trader in this room, but by far he has accomplished so much for a young age. At 28 years old, he's a self-made millionaire. He started something when there was nothing, and it's not that he was some brainchild, all right, where he was like his IQ was so high. My IQ is much higher than his, but it doesn't matter. He took what he was doing and he put it to work, and he made the effort to get it and to go after it. And now he's very successful. And you know what? I don't follow his trades. I tell a lot of people, don't follow him. You'll follow him right over the cliff. But when he's going over the cliff, he seems to grab on like whatever his name is. He grabs on like Tarzan, and he holds on, and he climbs back up. But you may not have the account to support that. So you learn to become your own trader and do your own thing. But you know what? Even when you learn that, you still get the support of a room like this that gives you so much and so many alerts that are so good. And there's so many people here. You just need to find the right ones. You know, there's a lot of great people like Mel, like Tim Z, like Alex Vaughn, like 8K47. There are just so many people in here that can help you on a daily basis and are willing to do that. And all you have to do is reach out and ask. And this is awesome. You know what? My first 6 months in here, I didn't leave Deck alone. I kept writing him and talking to him and asking questions. I squeezed his brain for so much information. I thought he was going to throw me out, to be honest, because I tell some people the story. I found a back way into his website. I'm like a hacker, you know, and I didn't pay for a lot of months. And I told him how I did it. You know what he told me? Just keep on doing what you're doing, and I love your honesty. And I've been so honest with him from day one, and he has my support from day one. And when somebody tried to hurt him in the back, I was there to make it and stop it, because that's who I am. I have loyalty. You know, people say, why don't you go off? You could start your own room. I'm too old for that. Okay? I didn't even want to do this, to be honest. Deck talked me into this. But the truth is, I'm glad I'm doing it. I don't want to go anywhere else. This is my home. You know what? It's not always about money or how much you can put in your pocket. But day trading is. When you do your trades, you want to be the best trader you can and eventually make the most money. But be careful. For some of you that are new, you got to be really careful. You do really well with 50 shares and you do well with 100 shares. Doesn't mean you can just come in and do 5,000 shares. Believe me, you really have to bring yourself up to a certain pace at a time. There's a good reason I don't like to do penny stocks, 30 cents, 40 cents. I don't like dealing with 10, 20, 30,000 shares. I'm not ready for that, to be honest. I've done it. I've done 10,000 shares, but it's a little scary. You just don't jump in at once. You know what? You got to come in gradually. And you ever see Deck? A lot of times when he buys a lot and he's got that kind of shares, he gets out gradually because you don't want to shake the boat. Somebody sees you shaking the boat, and you know what? When you start to sell, that price will go down. People feel that, and when they feel that, they jump for it and they go to it. And you may not get out fast enough with all those shares. So you got to be careful. That, you know, day trading is it's nothing like doing long-term trading. This is, you know, long-term is a year and a day. That's long-term. That's where the tax structure changes, you know. And if you're in here and you're making money, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a little tax advice. I know Deck won't, all right? What you need to do is you need to figure every 3 months. If I made more than $500 profit, then I have to pay taxes, okay? So what do? Figure out at 20% of your profit that you've made in 3 months and set up an account with the IRS and just make deposits. And at the end of the year, guess what? You may not owe money. And if you don't and you end up losing more money than you put in, you'll get a nice check back. Think of it as 4 savings. And there's your tax tip. And I was a finance major in college, so I did accounting. I do my own accounting. I have all my life. The only accounting I didn't do, it was my corporate when I had my businesses. I used to own pawn shops. Not porn, pawn shops. P-A-W-N. I was the money man in Pompano Beach, Florida, and Fort Lauderdale. I owned 2 pawn shops for about 8 years. Retired at 44. Went to jail for a year, came out of retirement, and I don't want to go into that. It's a whole other story. But you know what? I had to start my whole life over again at 45 with nothing. Went from millions of dollars to nothing. Now I own my condo, I own my cars, I own everything, okay? So life is good. Life is what you make it. You can be on the top, you can be on the bottom, it doesn't matter. Just keep your eyes open. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the stars. All right, anybody got any questions for me? Any stocks you want me to look at? Do you want me to shut up? What do you people want from me? For you folks that see my lips moving, it's I put you on mute for a second. I'm also having a phone conversation. So I'm not forgetting you. I see I lost one of you. You saw my lips moving and you didn't hear the sound. Can everybody hear me? Am I coming through clear? Did I make any sense today? You know, they told me a long time ago, if it makes sense, it makes dollars. Yesterday I was able to trade in front of all of you. We started with nothing with the AERC when it took off, and I came in here and started from nothing and made over $400 yesterday. Did 15 trades and won all 15, you know? I go into Living Like Matt's room. I never see him trade. He goes over everything that's already happened. I want to see the damn guy trade. He's supposed to be so great. I want to see it. How about you? Let's get him to do a trade.
Yeah.
Ringing a bell. You've been a loyal supporter. You really have. We should talk someday. You should send me your number. We'll talk. I've been talking to whoever's on my phone right now. I never met this guy. He's not even a real member. Over 3 hours he's been on the phone with me. I hope he's learned something.
I did. No, it has been.
The best thing you could do is when your temporary trial is up, just join. I promise you, I will give you people to follow that you will make your money back in one day. Guaranteed. That's a guarantee I can make to you. I lost him. Hey, you there? He's there. I thought I lost you for a second. No, he's there. Okay. So you like to hear what I have to say? Listen, I'm glad. You know what? That's why you keep coming in here, and I hope that I'm not repeating myself. You know what? I think. Remember, I was reading yesterday. I was going over, and I think some of you got it. I said I would give away on Thursday. That's tomorrow. How to be a consistent trader. Okay, this is by the professor, and what I did is I have a laser printer here, so I ran off a bunch of pages, and I actually yellowed out some stuff. I'm going to read a few of these things. Let's see. Randy McKay said, "The key to trading success is emotional discipline." You know, a lot of people don't realize how much emotions go into trading and how much psychology you really need to know. If intelligence were the key, there would be a lot more people making money trading. And I know this will sound like a cliche, but the single most important reason that people lose money in the financial markets is they don't cut their losses short. And I always say that the biggest thing that traders need to do is to reduce their risk. Okay? If you learn to reduce your risk, then you will, it wouldn't matter if you won 50% of the time. Because if you win the other 50 and do it correctly, then the 50% of the time that you lose, and if it's reduced risk, you will still make money. So, what seems too high and risky to the majority generally goes higher, and what seems low and cheap generally goes lower. Focus, patience, wise discernment, and non-attachment. What does non-attachment mean? Don't marry your stock. Don't have to know everything about the company. You just need to know a little about the rumor, a little about the news. You need to know a lot about the float, and then need to know how much volume is going down. Why is this stock moving? And do I want to be a part of it? Am I the first one in, or am I the last one in? Okay, and these are important factors when going to do some stock trading. The elements of good trading are cutting losses, and cutting losses. And I told a good friend of mine who's on the phone right now, and he's a gamer, I told him, gamblers look for profit, gamers look to win, but traders look to reduce risk, cutting losses. If you remember that and learn to trade, be a trader that trades, that reduces risk and trades like a gamer, then you'll always set out to win and you'll always reduce your risk. And if you do those two things, you'll always make money. Confidence is not, I will profit on this trade. Confidence is, I will be fine if I don't profit from this trade. Warren Buffett says, to become a good winner, you need to be a good loser. Okay? So, remember that. If you lose, you can control how much you lose. I don't want to control how much I win. I want to get greedy, but not too greedy. I need to take profit when profit is there. So don't blindly follow someone. Don't follow Deck. I told you, you'll follow him right over the cliff. Don't follow me. I'll give you great alerts. You can play them, you can trade them, and you'll win. But the timing has to do with you. If you hesitate, then sit back and watch. If you don't hesitate, you're ready to get in and do it, you'll make money. Okay? So I hope you hear what I'm telling you. I hope you hear what I'm saying. Okay? If you continually, what's that?
This has been pretty crazy.
Excellent. Listen, I've continually witnessed examples of other people that I have known being ruined by a failure to respect risk. If you don't take a hard look at risk, it will take you. Okay? Risk is always there. If it wasn't risky, we wouldn't say, if you don't risk it, there ain't no biscuit. Okay? There is risk here. This is the only game in the world that has massive consequences. Okay? And it also has massive, what do you call that? Happenings, good things, rewards. Thank you. It has massive rewards. So, reward versus risk. You always have to take that into consideration. Is the risk I'm going to take worth the reward that I'm looking to achieve? Okay? And if you can say that, you know what? I'm looking to make at least 2 or 3 to 1. So, if I go in with 500 shares, I'm looking to make $500. All right. If I can average, sometimes I make 300, sometimes I make 200, sometimes I make 900. But on big trades and things that are moving, when I'm really rocking and rolling, if I get into a stock and I look to make $500, I can average $500 on five trades and make $2,500. But if I lose the next 5, I've got to reduce my risk at 25%. Or 20% to at least $125, which is $650. Okay, on those 5 trades, or what is it? Yeah, $625. That would still net me $1,875 on a $2,500 I won. If you can reduce your risk, every time I lose less than $100, I say I won. That's the way I look at it. I don't look at it as I just lost freaking $100. No, I just won $100 because I could have lost $500. All right? If I reduce my risk, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that is so important, and that's what a lot of new traders don't get. It's okay to lose. Unfortunately, a lot of new traders have accounts with less than 25,000. So that's PDT, buddy. Okay? Even if you have a cash account, you have a certain amount of trades, so your money's gone. And that's why a lot of you should be leaning towards and learning options, because you can leverage it and control. I just showed a friend on the phone where if you went and bought Amazon, okay, you bought 1,000 shares of Amazon, it would. What was it? Was it Tesla or Amazon? I said it would cost you. Let's see. It was it was $100 and something. If you did 1,000 shares, okay, of Amazon, how much is that? At $120, that's $120,000 for 1,000 shares. But I just showed him how you can control that for $1,500 to $1,800 for the same amount of shares, for 1,000 shares. That would be 10 contracts, because options, every 100 shares is 1 contract. And as of probably this week or next week, we're going to start going over simple option trading. Okay, how to do it, why to do it, which options should you get in, how far out should you go, which you should be in the money or out of the money. When do you use a straddle? When do you use a stangle? I mean, there's a lot of things to know. And for some of you that have Thinkorswim, there's a great course in Ameritrade that you can get. There's also one in the back of this one right here. I think it's up on the top. Let's see. I have to look. Education. It says education on the top of your chart. It says monitor, trade, analyze, scan, market watch, charts, tools. Education. Go to education. You can find a lot on options. Learn options. Don't have to get crazy. You don't have to do iron condors. You don't have to do all this extreme. You don't even have to do stangles and strangles. You can do straddles, okay? And straddles are just a way of putting insurance. Mostly you use them when you will, let's say, do an earnings overnight, and you don't want to. You can't have any control because options, you can't buy or sell options after 4 o'clock, so you have to buy that option before 4 o'clock. But most of the options that we're going to go over are options you buy and sell the same day and the same way that you buy and scalp stocks. And for some of you with small accounts, you can really build your accounts very quickly. But you have to be able to say to yourself if it goes the other way. And I just got a phone call from a friend who just started doing options, and he said today I took a big loss, and we didn't get to talk about it. We're going to discuss it later. But the thing is, because people get that hope syndrome. You know what the hope syndrome is? I put it out on the board all the time. I'm going to put it out real quick right now. Okay? Here's your hope. There we go. Hope is not a strategy. We have to have a plan. So if I get into options, if I get into trading a stock and it doesn't go the way I wanted it to go, I have to say, this is where I'm getting out. Hope is saying, oh, it's okay. If it goes a little further, it'll come back. And then it goes down another 50 cents. No, I know it's going to come back. Look at ARC. Let's go back to that one for a second, okay? Here's a hope stock, okay? This stock was on top. Look at it. Look where it's at, $9.80 right now. And this is a stock that we were trading this morning at, where were we? $12.74. So you still hope it's going to come back, folks? I don't think so. Okay? I think the stock is done for the day. It had a few extra runs. You can see them. You can take a look. Let's see. If you look in here, back on ARC, it went up, it came back down. There was a little bit of hope. It ran back up here. Some false breakouts here. Okay, another one here. But for all case, it's down. It's done. All right. For you, some of you that might still be holding this thing. What did I do? I hit a button. For some of you that are still holding this thing and you think it's going to come back, you made a big mistake. You can wait till tomorrow and see what happens. But 2 days in a row, the stock has done its thing. There's no reason that it's going to go a third day. Tomorrow's Thursday. It's a new day. It's a new trade. So you can wait. Maybe it goes up a little in after hours if you're still holding it and you shouldn't have been. But in the future, learn to get out of a stock when it's not going your way. Learn to be a good trader. Learn to reduce your risks. I can't tell you enough times how important reducing your risk is. Okay? And until you get that into that thick skull, okay, you will continue to take massive losses. I know. I was one of them. And then what you do is you start chasing other stocks. Start going through the list. I'm going to go after this one, and this one, and this one. And the next thing you know, you turned a $300 loss into a $1,300 loss, and you don't know how you got there. Well, now the question is, how do you get back? What time tomorrow? I should be opening up about anywhere between 11:30 and 12 o'clock, depending on how I feel or what's going on with Deck. Because if Deck's still doing the boot camp for day 4, I don't want to intervene with him. I'd rather let you finish the boot camp, and then I'll click in after. So it could be any time after 11:30. Fair enough, ALF? And pretty much, we've had a great day. I did. I didn't make the walls come down. I made $200 and something, and you know what? I could have made more. In fact, I'm showing Tanner, who's here on the phone with me. I said, hey, we could get in right here at $9.95. I'm waiting for the drop. When it gets to $9.95, get in. It went to $9.93, dropped, came right back up, and then ran a little bit later till $10.40. I hit it right on the nose. Why? Because I drew my trend lines and I can see which way the stock was going, and that's important. If you're not drawing trend lines, then you're not trading properly. Okay? And even I think it was in here, in How to Be a Consistent Trader. Somewhere in here I read, because I read his stuff. Here's another thing he says: if you personalize your losses, you can't trade. You cannot personalize this stuff. You need to move on. But there was something in here that talked about, I don't know where it is. I know I had it in here. I think I read it yesterday. About making trend lines, how important it is. Trading extended candles, having trading. I know I saw it in here. There was 20 thoughts your mind has before, during, what was it? pretty sure. He talked about that you must make 20 things that a trader must do. I know it's in here. Stock will go, just watch. Bigger stock keeps going, won't pull back. Everyone else is making money. I can't make money on this. If it goes to X amount, I know it was the 40 most common mistakes traders make. Now, here it is. The 40 most common mistakes traders encounter. I'm just going to read a few. Thinking that the stock can go any lower after it breaks the support line. Hey, what was I just talking about? Swing trading a scalp trade. I don't swing trade much, okay? That's a whole specialty in itself. Buying a massive position without testing out scalping strategies. Not having a mentor to guide you, thinking that you'll figure it out alone. You know what? I may be your mentor today, but I got plenty of mentors out there in these rooms, that people that I look up to, all right, and I look to and speak to on a daily basis. Because no matter how much I think I know, I don't know anything, and I haven't scratched the surface. And you're listening to me. Anyway, not trusting the trend of the stock on the 15-minute chart. I don't really use 15-minute, but I do use 5-minute and 3-minute. Not making trend lines. Here it is. Not making trend lines. Not understanding trend lines. And I'm going to stop right there. And that is something that I did not do my first year. Maybe not even my second until I learned Fibonacci. But the truth is, I just deleted my trend lines. But I make trend lines all day long. And I don't leave them like deck there in the same place. I change up every 15 minutes because the stock changes every 15 minutes. I'm in new channels. I'm in different positions. I'm above the VWAP. I'm below the VWAP. Things do change. New support becomes old resistance. Old resistance becomes new support. Things do change, okay? So, you know what? I didn't always talk like this. This took years of experience of winning money and losing money to understand what I need to do. And it's amazing how you'll get to certain steps in your trading and you'll wake up one day and you go, holy shit, it just hit me. I can't tell you how many shits and how I can't believe it just hit me happened every 6 months, every 9 months, that I found myself in different positions. I'm still getting there. Okay, I'm learning options. I'm learning different things. Why the options affect even the trading. You know, what when you read sometimes in the news, it says that the target price has just been raised from $16 to $24. There's a lot of effect that happens in the option markets that affects even the swing trades and the trading that happens in the stock market itself. It's all stocks. But we don't see, when we look at our time and sales in here, you don't see any of the options in here. But if you looked into the options and could find out, and there's places to do that, where people are putting their money, whether they're doing more calls or they're doing more shorts. We look at it the same way when we look at a stock here, is that who's winning? How many times you hear Deck say the shorters are winning now? And now it's come down to a point where we know it's going to be a tight squeeze. It's going to be a squeeze now. We put the orange up with the squeeze because what happens is all these people who shorted it now have to get out and close their positions. And the way they do that is by buying the stock. They buy the stock to complete their position. And once they buy a stock, when you buy a stock, the price goes up. When you sell a stock, the price goes down. You've got to keep telling yourselves these things. You've got to tell yourselves over and over the same things until you sleep it and you dream it. You will wake up one day or you will be in sleep mode and you will be trading. When you are trading in your sleep, you're there. Or you're getting there. And it happens. I found myself on the craps table the other night. I woke up and I left a pile of money there. That sucks. I used to love the craps table. I've been to Vegas 4 times and I have won 4 out of 4 trips. And I live exactly 1.1 miles from Isles of Paradise in Pompano Beach. I live about 3 miles from Coconut Creek. And I live about 6 miles from Hard Rock, the new Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. I have all this gambling around me and I don't go into any of these places. Because I'm not here to gamble my money away anymore, okay? If I want to gamble, I do an IPO. If I want to gamble, I will take a chance on a halt. But the difference is, on a halt, I have certain technical and fundamental information that allow me to make a better decision. When I see a halt open up, I go 1,000 to 1,000. And I'm either going short or I'm going long. But at that point, I know I'm usually right 95% of the time which direction I'm going to go. And this morning, I jumped into a halt on AERC, and Deck said it was going to go. It said he didn't know which way it was going to go, and he was shorting it. I went the other way. I went long. let's see, for about a split second, and I got out of that damn thing so quick. And when I did, the thing dropped like a bomb. Here it is. I got in at 1097. All right, that was right after the halt at 9:30 and 11 seconds. Look it up. 1097. I got out at 11:17. It went to 11:19 and it dropped to about $10.80. So I got out beautifully. I got real lucky. And after that, it just played in that area, and it did not really go like we thought it was going to go. And then I got back in it again. I got in. Look at the price, 1040 and 1039. I got out at 1054 for an additional 1,000 shares, and it put me up to $233. And I gave it a quit after that. I decided that, you know what, I'm not chasing this. This is what I'm doing. I'm making an educated guess on which way, and I'm getting in and out really quick with a stock trade of less than 10 seconds per trade, and I was right each time. I was right yesterday. I'm on a roll. But that can change at any moment. And when you find yourself in that change and your timing is off, take a step back. Don't change the channel and go to another stock, because you'll do the same thing. I guarantee it. I've seen it a million times. I talk to traders all day long. A lot of us even trade together while we're on the phone, because it gives a lot of confidence. You say, I want to stay in this trade, or maybe stay it a little longer. But when you have somebody right on your side doing the same thing with you, it gives you the confidence. It's an amazing thing to trade with somebody else and do that. And I do it all the time. And with some of you who haven't had that opportunity, you know what? We'll do it one day. You'll give me your number that day and we'll trade. And that's about it. I've gone over a lot of information. We've got 9 minutes left to the end of the day. And is there any, like I do in Dexroom, any questions, comments, concerns, anything that's on your mind? Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Questions, comments, concerns. I do this for Deck all day long. He loves it. He thinks one thing, and I'm out there doing this for him. Deck and I have a mind path that we think alike in a lot of areas. And a lot of times I'm writing something and he'll just say it. I'll go, I can't believe he just said that. I'm just putting it out there. Or vice versa. I'm just putting it out there and I hit it and he just starts to say it. So we're on the same wavelength. Very rarely does he ever delete. Once in a while he'll delete something I put up there, because I get crazy once in a while. I'll get off bound. Not too often, because I am the chat police. You know that. Some of you don't like me for that, but it just keeps this place cleaner. It keeps it not like Stockwits with all the nitwits there, and it makes it not like a Discord where people are using every foul language and talking about politics. It's just something that we just, try to get away from. All right. How are we doing? Anybody trading? Anybody doing anything? Anybody want me to look at anything? Did you all have a good day today? Do I get a hands up? You're going to give me 5 stars at the end of the day? My stars have been dropping. And for any of you that are in here that are not subscribed, please subscribe to my live stream. Because it's going to make it easier when I do finish this book that I'm putting together. I will get it one day. I will wake up and surprise you. And I have to do it on the weekend. And I got other things going on. But I'm putting more and more stuff together for it. Okay? Stuff that's mine, stuff that's yours, things you say, things I hear. It doesn't necessarily have to come from me, but it will come from me to you, and some of the credits will go to others. Otherwise, they'll get me for plagiarism. What do you think, I'm Joe Biden? Never happened. Just kidding. I should wear my Trump hat. What do you think about Governor DeSantis for the next president? I don't think that Trump's going to run, between you and me, and I'm not trying to get political with you. I'd hate to lose him as our governor of Florida. I really would. We'll see what happens. The midterms are coming. And if we don't make a statement now, we'll be answering to the Chinese. And it's not that I have anything against Chinese people. I don't. I love Chinese food. I love Vietnamese food. I eat foods from all over the world. I just don't want to be ruled by a communist country ruling my every means of what I do and watching my money like they're trying to do now. It's not acceptable. Not acceptable. So with that, we're almost done. We got 6 minutes. And with that, I'm going to sign off at 4 o'clock. I'll leave the screen open for a little bit. I don't really know what stock to put up there, and I don't have one of those screens that changes like Deck does. That's because I don't have trade ideas. It's a little pricey. I mean, he would give me the setup for free. He doesn't charge me for anything. You know, a great thing, when I was at the seminar, Deck told me when he was here in January, he promised to bring me a shirt. And he wore one of his shirts here. I go, where's mine? And he goes, I'm wearing it. I go, well, that's great. You promised to bring me a shirt, you bum, and you didn't. We went out to dinner together. So anyway, the seminar came, and his mother was working the booth. And so was Ryan next to him. And thank you. You're very welcome. And I said to his mother, I said, you know, she goes, are you looking for a shirt or a hat? Or what are you looking for? I said, well, the truth is, Deck owes me a shirt. I had dinner with him in January, and he never brought me a shirt. And I didn't see him. He had just walked up, and he was standing behind me. You know, like NCIS, you ever watch that? When he hits the probie in the back of the head, Gibbs hits the guy. He goes, he's behind me, isn't he? And he smacks him in the head. I thought, that's it. I can't believe it. Deck's standing behind me. He heard what I said. And Deck turned around and said to his mother, he goes, this guy here, you give him whatever he wants, and it's free. That's what he said. And I looked over and I went, wow. I said, thank you, Deck. He goes, I looked, there's $50 sweatshirts, there's $20 shirts. I have one inside, and the hats, which I got for free too. But I said, just give me the shirt. That's all I really wanted. And I got the wrong size. I took it home and I didn't wear it. And I brought it back the next day and I exchanged it for an extra large. They run it small. But you know what? That was just so nice of him. I could have taken a $50. I could have taken them all. I could have taken one of everything. But that's not the way I am. I take what I need in life and I leave the rest. And that's the way you should be. So, and here, I give. I give you all I've got because I learned a long time ago, you can't keep what you got unless you give it away. And the more you give away, the more you get in life. Remember that. It's just something I've always lived by. Okay? And though I did not make that up, I got that from a 12-step program, and I've done a lot of work there. For many years, for probably almost 5 years of my life, I took meetings into the biggest jails here in Broward County, and I talked to people on a level that I could make them understand and show them where their life could be and where their life was going. I even had deputies walk up to me and tell me I was the best speaker that they ever heard come into the jails. And I got to a point where I just said, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. Enough is enough. I gave. And when I get before God, He's going to say to me, I gave you so many talents. And I'm going to say, yup, and I used them all. And that's a waste. If you have a talent, you don't use it, and you don't give it away. That makes sense? And with that, I'm going to shut up. How's that? I'm losing my voice. I think I earned another cough drop. I'm going to take one. I got to save myself for tomorrow. There's my Bloom World Aussie. You know, I was laying in bed with my wife last night, and I said, do you know what a Bloom World Aussie is? She goes, no. I go, it's a dog. And I always play this game with my wife. I come up with stuff all day long, and I say, am I telling the truth or am I lying? Most of the time I'm telling the truth, but last night I made a mistake. I called it a blue, not a merle. I started with an M, but I had the wrong word. And she goes, it's false. And I go, wow, you're right. And I looked it up, and it was a blue merle, but I said blue something else. But I was showing her the dogs. They are Australian dogs. So that is so funny. And you just got in, and I'm glad you did, but I'm getting off. I've been on for hours right now. I forgot to put the tape. I'm going to leave the tape, but I didn't. I was giving a private lesson, and I used the room to do it today because I don't usually do this on a Wednesday. I mean, I could do this every day. That's what Deck wants me to do. But is that what Active Trader wants to do? Just remember, I am the active trader, and this is my world. You know where I got that from? Fox. You ever watch Jesse on Fox? He goes, I am Jesse Waters, and this is my world. Well, the stock, this is my world. And I'm glad that all of you are part of it. And with that, folks, you know what's happening? You know what time of day it is? Wow. I really did go on and on and on. It is time. We have, at this moment, 15 seconds for the bell right now. So, And every day I put my girl out there. When the bell rings, you've all seen my ding, 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 ding girl. Have you seen my ding, ding, ding girl? Ready? 3, 2, 1. There you go. At 11:45. Oops, that's wrong. 11:45. Yeah. Okay, folks. Tomorrow, 11:45. I will be here. Remember, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Just go to the top of the page where you first come in. And where it says on mine, it says, let's see, come on. It says hosted. You just, for yours, it'll say subscribe or subscribed. Just make sure you're subscribed. And look at that. Was it AERC is going up a little after hours? Is that right? Let me see. My chart was off. Okay, there it is. It seems to, what did it do? 920? Yeah, it went down. It dropped. 940. It dropped for a second and then went up. I'm not doing any more trading today because I don't want to lose. For some of you, if you do earnings calendar, I will post that for you right now. Okay, so you can go to the earnings calendar. What did I just do? Oh, come on. Am I in here? Oh, here it is. Okay. This is the earnings calendar right there. So you can go look at the stocks that are getting earnings today, and you can actually, you can get involved in that. If not, I would go to either Deckmark Trades, see if Mel's up today. Let me see if Mel's in real quick. Mel is, I haven't seen him today, come to think. I think he was in this morning. Let's see, Mel is not there. So usually Mel does the earnings reports. If not, you can go into, I think he's still there. Maybe, maybe not. He may be gone also. Let's see, if you look at like Matt, I know AK-47, he's gone. His room's open, but he's gone. Let me see if Mel's in here. Mel. No, Mel's not in there, and he's still here. There's my boy.
Such a fast car.
Watch this. Watch how happy he is when I come in.
Markup is insane. Like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm a cheapo. I'm not paying markup. I have the window sticker. I paid window sticker. No BS fees. No BS window tint. None of that. I paid window sticker and taxes. That's it. Like, I don't play games.
Watch
I don't
this.
want to
Ready?
play anymore for the car.
Watch
I want
this.
to play with the car. It's not worth, but what they're selling it for.
Watch this.
Active Trader. Hey, Active Trader. Hey, everyone in Active Trader's room. How's it going? Active, I miss
You like
man.
that?
I miss you today. I hope everyone had fun there with him.
Love you. Okay.
Guys, look at who's calling me. Tell mommy to go away. Guys, look at this.
His mother's calling again.
Love you too, Active. Look at this. Tell her I'm not done streaming yet.
Okay, let me turn
Look
this
at
off. Do you like that? I always get him to say hello to my room. So it's like being on the Dick Cavett show and going to the Johnny Carson show and having Johnny say hello to Dick Cavett. I love it. But I usually hang out in his room for a little bit, and I razzle him up a little. But with that, folks in the room, I'm going to say goodbye and have a great evening. All right. So I'll leave the thing up for a little bit, and you all have an awesome evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. That was fun today. I really wasn't expecting to do that. I'm in,
Yeah.
if you look at the standing, if you look in the lobby, you'll see that there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 streamers. I don't count Deck, so there's 9. He is he is the place. So out of all of them, there's only one. What's his name? AK-47 has 531 subscribers. Wow, I gained a few more today. I got 320. I gained 5 more today. So I've
There you
got
go.
320. The only person who's getting close to me is Living Like Matt, the one whose room I went in and said, "Say hello to my room." Say hello to my little friend. So no, he's a good guy. I like him. I met him at the. I met him. I didn't get in the picture with them. There was a picture taken in the front with all the moderators. I didn't get in there. I didn't have my shirt on, and I didn't want to go in the picture. I don't really care. I've been a moderator longer than most of them. The only one is there's 2 here longer than me. That's AK-47 and Iggy, who doesn't talk much. Taylor Trader comes in once in a while. He's about my age. He said he was on the way. I spoke to him in the morning. He said he was on the way to the seminar, and he lives in like 40 miles north of me. He never showed up, and then he's disappeared. I don't know where he's gone. Maybe he died. Seriously, he just disappeared. This guy made over $1 million last year too. He was a stockbroker for 25 years. Great. He's the kind of guy who says, I'm going to get in with 8,000, 5,000 shares at this price. You could follow him at whatever you like. He says, I'm getting at this price. You get in at that price with what you can afford. You understand? You don't have to do what he does. He tells you when he's getting in, and he'll tell you before he gets out so you don't get stuck. Because remember, when he gets out, what's going to happen is when he sells off, that stock's going to go down. So he gives you an opportunity to get out right before. Deck does that too. That's the great thing about Deck. Deck goes in with 10,000 or 5,000. And he gets out, it could swing that. It could push that stock down. So he will give you an opportunity to get out right before him. Now, if he's shorting a stock and he says, "I'm going to get out," you want to get in right before he gets out. You know why? When shorters get out, that produces what's called a short squeeze and brings the stock up. So you see, there's a lot to learn, and you learned a lot today. And I'm going to tell you something. You didn't even scratch the surface. I'm telling you, no matter how much I think I know, I still haven't scratched the surface. There's different plateaus of where you can achieve in trading. But there's also something called the KISS method. You know what the KISS method is?
No.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. Learn that in solar.
That's right. And there's a reason for it. Don't complicate things. Don't overthink it. You got it. You got it. If you believe you got it, you do. Live the dream you want to tell. Live the story you want to tell. Really what it comes down to. And it's been awesome. So what's your girlfriend do? Is she working?
My girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just finished esthetician school actually. She had her first day today at her new job.
What is it? What is it?
Esthetician, so like facials and like.
Oh, okay. You have to be licensed to do that. So you have to get a license to touch people.
Yeah.
You have to be certified. You have to get a certification. Good. Good for her. Good. Hope she likes it. My first trade in life, I did for a year and I hated it. I went to school, became a dental technician, and never did it again. I hated it.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't be hooked up in a lab. It's bad enough I'm hooked up here. In fact, I sold my second vehicle. I'm here without a vehicle. I've never, since I'm 16 years old, not been without a car. I gave my wife my brand new car. Her lease just expired. So you know what I did? I bought her lease out for $19,400. I waited 3 weeks to get the title in the mail and sold the car for $25,500. Made $6 grand. Yeah, it's crazy. And I screwed up. On my last car, I had a Kia Cadenza. The car was a $50,000 car. I only put 9,000 miles in 3 years on it. I traded it back and they gave me $3,500 towards my new car. So my payments were real low. But I should have sold it and got 9,000 and given them the 3,000 down. I screwed up.
Yeah.
I would have got 9 grand. But this time I said, screw them. They're not getting the money. I'm laying it out and I'm going for it. And I played one company. I played one CarMax against another company, Auto Cars We Buy, or Auto Car Buys, and I played one against the other, and they went for it. That's it. $6 grand. That's like doing a good trade. So that's $6,000. Now we'll make payments on my other lease car for the next year. We're lease free. That's hey, six. It is the way to do it. I gave my wife. I said, since you're making the payments, you don't have to make a payment for the next 12 months, and I'm keeping the other $2,000. That's all. And my insurance goes down. But I'm without a car, so I may have to do an Uber here and there. And a friend of mine just died, and he left me a brand new 2022. Ready for this? Italica scooter, Lambo scooter. It's got 150 cc's, but I can't drive it. I can't have it where I live. I live in a condominium, no motorcycles, no scooters. Not allowed. So it's at my son's house, and I don't have the title because the guy died. So I can get someone to do a title for $150, and then sell it. I'm only asking him $750 for it. So that's right up. It's electric start, and it runs on gas. Probably gets 75 miles a gallon. Great transportation. Great. Beautiful bike. It's a 225-pound bike. It's not a small scooter. It's a good one. And it's the most scooter you can have before you have to have a license for a motorcycle. 150 cc's. All you need is a driver's license. That's it. Pretty cool. Yeah. That's the deal. I'm sticking to it. With that, I'm going to let you go. And I hope that when's your trial up? Is this for the whole week? Right? Mm-hmm. You learn a lot. You're learning from the boot camp. He's a great teacher. He's a great guy. I know.
He uses a lot of analogies.
Absolutely. Both his parents are teachers. That's how he learns to do it. Analogies what people need because analogies really make it easier for you to understand. A lot of people don't get that. I think he's a great teacher. I learned a lot from him. He taught me quite a bit. But I got to a point where I don't really need his lessons anymore. I don't need anybody to show me how to trade. But I love the room. Why would I ever want to trade alone? Even if it costs me $100 a month, why would I want to trade alone? Just what I gave you today paid for your room for the whole year, for a whole month, whole months. Seriously, what I gave you today, even if you jumped in, if I told you, and I do this all the time with guys, jump in this tree, jump in now. If you did it, and I said jump out, you'll make money every time. I can feel the market. It's amazing. And but you can't hesitate. If I say jump, you gotta jump. You will make money. 95% plus of the time. And if it goes the other way, you get out. That's all. Even though you're in PDT, you know what? You got to take that whack sometimes. Just the next one. But that's the crazy thing about options. If you learn how to do options, okay? You do an option today, you're out by 4 o'clock, your money's cleared by tomorrow. So even if you had a cash account with options, every day, boom, 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 no PDT rule with options. Like that. And leverage.
Yeah, my buddy was doing options for a while.
And did he make money or did he lose?
No, he made 14 grand and then lost it because he was dumb and they.
Oh, he got cocky. That's what happens. When people find something that works, you know what they do? They switch it up and think, well, if I go higher, go with more shares, I'll make more money, and then they end up losing it. That's what happens. November, I made $6,000. In the last 2 days of November, I lost 10. I changed it up. I stopped doing what I was doing. It happens. We get emotional. Until you can take the emotions out of trading, and that's going to take you a while. I don't care who you are. It's a very emotional when you trade. When you lose, you feel it in your stomach. When you're in a trade, you kind of. I close my eyes when I pull the button. I always close my eyes. I'm button. I'm ready. I go click, and as I do it, I close my eyes for a second. Just what I do. But everybody does something different, and you'll get through it after a certain amount of trading, winning, losing. You'll stop getting those feelings. It takes some people a year, some people 2 years, but those feelings, those emotions will go away. And when you can become an emotionless trader, you can become a really good trader. It's not a game. It's not like you're on a roller coaster. You know what I mean? Gaming can be like you're on a roller coaster. So there's a lot of excitement while you're doing it. You're in it. I mean, there's a lot of excitement when you're in a stock and you're watching it go up and you see your account going $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 up in minutes, and it can happen that quick. Like yesterday, we had a supernova. This AERC, if you got in, it went from $4 to $10, $12 to $12. Can you imagine if you just went in with 1,000 shares at $4. That's 4 grand. All right, and you held on to even 10, you would have made $6 times 1,000 shares. Is 6 grand. It's ridiculous what you can make. It is, and you can do it. Just tell yourself you can do it, and you will. So what's for dinner? I'm getting hungry. You cooking tonight?
Yeah, right.
Who cooks? You or her?
I do.
Good. Good for you. I'm the best cook. I have learned more from the Food Network. Okay, I can beat Bobby Flay. You ever see that program? I can beat Bobby Flay. I learned how to be such a great cook with the right spices, using cast iron pans and what do you call those ovens? Air fryer ovens. Love it. I love cooking. Such a better cook than my wife. For real. All right. And Tanner, that's it. What's your last name?
Keller.
Tanner Keller. There you go. Oh, good for you. You got a good life. How much is your rent out there? A lot.
For the two-bedroom, it's 2,100.
That's about the average. That's about the average.
708.
That's not bad. Well, now with her working and you've got your other jobs. So you didn't do anything today with solar. You can take a day off. You can go in, right?
For solar?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's only 1:30 here, so I'm about to actually head out here.
All right, good. Go make some money. Make a few good sales. That's all you need, right? A couple sales a day.
Yeah, sir.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Alrighty, man. Well, hey, I appreciate everything you've done for me.
You're very welcome.
Um,
You're very welcome.
it's really been homey. And it's cool that there's people like you.
And there's a lot. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in here like that. Not a lot that you get on the phones with. I'm more the guy that reaches out to do phones. But there's a lot of guys in there. If you ask, he'll help you. You just have to get with the right people. In anything, when you were in school, there were cliques. There's cliques in the room.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can get in the clique, you'll be good. And like Dimpy, there's Dimpy. He's a fireman in Brooklyn. I could tell you so much about all these people in here one at a time. It's just like I know more traders in here than anybody else. AK-47 will tell you that too. He stopped learning this. Now he's got a website. He charges. He would have charged you for 3 hours already. You would have paid $100. And still would have been worth it. It still would have been worth it for what you learned. All right, you're getting expedited learning of experience of what takes you a year or two to get to. And there's my wife, so I'm gonna let you go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All righty. Be good. You're welcome. Bye. Okay. Good thing you got me off. I just spent like 3 hours on with a new guy. 18 years old. Good kid, man. Good kid. I he even went live with me. I was in the room. I wasn't supposed to go live, but I used my room to show him some examples of stuff live, and people just started popping in. I had like 20 something people in there. Asking questions, say, "Where's the sound? Where's the sound?" I had sound off. remember right, it's shortable on TOS.
Yeah, and I was talking to a couple of the other traders,
Mm-hmm.
and they said some of the you can't really listen to Rapid 100% of the time
I would have told you that.
because he has such a big account. He can hold the plays even if he's down.
Right.
And he can wait till they come up because he has that big of an account.
Same as Deck. I tell people that all the time. Deck can jump over the mountain and hold on to a vine halfway. You're going to end up on the bottom.
You're right.
I know. Right?
And that was a big issue.
Okay, I just put ROKU in. It is shortable. I was right. I remembered this was a shortable stock. Okay, hold on. All right, you should have been in Roku. You should have been in long at $100 and out at 105. That was one of them. And the other one is, hold on, you could have gone on this morning when it first dropped. You could have picked it up at night. Wow, you could have picked it up at about $97, and you could have been out at about 101. And then another time you could have been in at 100 and out at 104. You could have absolutely made money using the TTM scalper today.
Even guess what happened though?
What happened?
The spread killed me. So
Your timing was wrong.
Yeah, my timing was wrong because when I bought the contract on the app, I wasn't paying attention to the bid.
Can you give me? Yeah, that's very important. Can you tell me something? What time did you buy the first contract?
I think it was 10 o'clock.
Too late. You see, at 10 o'clock. Hold on, 9:40. 10 o'clock. There was a pullback at 9:53, and it already went up at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, okay. No, 10 o'clock was good. 10 o'clock was a perfect buy. If you bought at 10 o'clock, okay, it went down a little. You bought it before. You bought it on a down market. I don't know why you didn't buy it on a green tick, but you were not watching the chart at 10 o'clock. Because at 10 o'clock it was already falling. So at 10 o'clock it was at $100.88. It dropped down to $100, so it went down 80 cents. So you were down. But if you had held, that thing went up to $104. You would have absolutely made money.
Yeah. The problem. So I was down $30 on my account, right?
Nothing.
No, on the trade, $30.
I know.
And then I sold it, right?
Why?
Being down $30.
Why? Right? But why? Only $30 was a mistake.
Well, Rapid told me to cut the losses out.
Well, not that loss. That's not an acceptable loss.
Well, he told me it was a pretty acceptable loss.
It is, but it was wrong because it went down and then all of a sudden it spiked up. It went up all the way.
Yeah, but that's different on the contract side. So,
no, it's not. No, it's not. Because your contract's good to the end of the day. So if you bought that, listen to me. If you bought that at 10 o'clock, okay, you still bought it to go long, right? You didn't do a put, you did a call.
I did a call, yeah.
Which was a mistake because it was still dropping. You didn't watch the thing. At 10 o'clock, you're in the red. It's in the middle of two orange candles going down. But at the time you sold it, it went down about 80 cents. You were down $30. But right after you sold it, the freaking thing went straight up for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. It went straight up. You would have made if you held. I would have held till I had $100 loss. And if you had done that, you would have waited and you would have been good. You're getting out too soon. It's like a guy who buys a stock and only puts in 5 cents on every $100. So if it goes down $5, he gets out. You're going to get thrown out, kicked out every time. I do $25 on 500 shares. That's $125. If you do options the same way and are willing to take a $100 loss, you'll be fine.
Well, I took more than that of a loss. So.
Why? You took 30 off.
No, it actually kicked me out at 160 loss.
Why?
Exactly. So
Then
what happened was the spread on there.
Oh, that's what I got you. I got you because you looked at the sell. Yeah, but the sell price. Wait a second. The sell price. I don't know what this. Hold on one second. Oh wow! Can I call you back? I got to take this.
Yeah.
I got to take this. I own Stewie Robbins.
What is it, like yours?
It must be. I was thinking about you 2 days ago. Honest to God.
Yeah. I should have called you 2 days ago.
I was so sick. I'm glad you didn't. I was like, I was thinking. I even had to go off the amoxicillin. I thought I was going to throw up. It was just one of those days. I went to. I've been so careful. With all this um, COVID going around, and not that I'm not worried about that yet. But it was the COVID that I was worried about, and I've been very careful. I don't go many places. I go to, I don't go out a lot. I haven't been out of town in years, believe it or not. But I go to Costco. I go to the doctors, and I'm home. I'm mostly on the computer doing my thing. And I had a seminar for the. I work. I'm a stock moderator for a chat room, and they had their yearly seminar every 4 years. They have one. This was the year, and they had it 1.6 miles from my house in a Marriott. So it was right here in Fort Lauderdale. It was great, and I must have contracted it, but I got a very slight case, and I've been testing positive for it's just a sore throat, no fever. That's it, stuffy nose. But right now, I'm not contagious anymore. That's almost 2 weeks.
Yeah. All right.
Didn't you have it? Didn't you get it once?
Never.
Oh, you never got it. Good for you. Must be all the vitamins you take.
I double masked since the first week, 2 years ago, and then I'm just right now taking off one mask, so I'm single mask for the last maybe a month.
What mask are you talking about?
I wear a mask.
Oh, you wear a mask. Oh, okay. You're still wearing a mask. Yeah. I gotta tell you something. I don't think that the masks stop you from getting it, and I'll tell you why. But I do believe the masks prevent you from spreading it. And the reason I don't believe the masks really help, they can help to a certain degree. But the point, I'll tell you why. I'll just tell you why. Because your eyes are exposed. So unless you're wearing glasses, which I think you wear glasses, don't you? You don't. Okay. Unless you wear glasses, pretty much, if people who don't wear glasses or goggles, it can go into your eye and you can get it through your eyes.
Absolutely.
It's a membrane. That's why.
Yeah.
So
The nostril.
yeah, the nostrils, definitely nostrils, the eyes. But other than that, I've been careful. I'm glad I got it. It wasn't a big deal. Not like Linda when Linda got it last September. She had it for 20 something days, 28 days.
But those boosters, right?
I had it all. Listen, the boosters and the shots do not prevent you from getting it. They prevent you from getting a bad case of it.
Right.
So we got all the answers. We know what to do. And I'm not going to be stupid and say, well, yeah, just because the Democrats want to ram this shot down our throats, I shouldn't take it. I did what was best for me. And I think everybody should do what's best for
You
them.
gotta follow your heart, right?
What's that?
You gotta follow your heart.
Well, no, I followed the science, really.
All right.
I just didn't follow Fauci's science because I don't listen to the guy. I thought he was an idiot from day one.
Well,
He lied to
you
us.
know,
He should
I
be.
think that everyone opened enough, topic for discussion.
Well, absolutely. But I just don't like when the government lies to us, and they do it all the time.
Nobody knew anything.
You're
What
right.
are you gonna? You
Yeah.
have to figure it out.
You know what? And I think Trump did a great job figuring it out. He really did. He listened to a lot of people.
At a certain point, just take anything. I mean, if you have it, let's, people are dying everywhere.
Well, that's true. Even the census were wrong. They did that. Listen.
But still, the population, society, the media, whatever,
Oh,
take out of hand.
they used it against us. They politicized COVID. They politicized.
Horrible.
Terrible. It's disgusting.
But
They
that's
taken.
like this. This is what they do.
I know. That's why I love people like Candace Owens and I am who I am and I know what I believe and I know I'm on the right side.
I like her a lot, actually.
I do too. I know I'm on the right side of history. Even though I've lost a lot of friends over it. I've lost a lot of friends because I can't even put up with their stupidity. I can't deal with it. Not that I need to discuss it all the time,
It's just when it comes down to it, you know what? They can't even.
Well, it's what you believe. It's nice to be with
It's
people.
more than that. No, no, Stewie. It's more than what I believe. Because I believed a lot of things in life that I stood down and said I was wrong. You know what? Andrea Yellen, the head of the secretary, whatever she is, the head of economics for what do you call it? She's the first one. She's an idiot. I knew that from the beginning. But at least she's the first one to stand down and say, you know what? I was totally wrong about inflation. Yeah, you were wrong. But she didn't cause it. You know what? She didn't cause it. She's just another one of the people chosen by that party to be in office way out of their league. Just like the guy who's the head of transportation. The old mayor of Cincinnati, whoever he is, the gay guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, these people. It's not like I mean, he's a nice looking guy. He talks really well. He did a lousy job as mayor for his town, and he was way out of his league. Just like the vice president. I mean, she can't handle the job. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's lost more people, and even Biden, who's lost almost 18 people who work in office have left. Black people who've left, you know, because they see what's going on. I love what's his name, that lawyer on Fox, the black guy used to be a Democrat. What's his name? 101 on Hannity. Can't think of his name.
not fans. Yeah, maybe fans.
Not Vance. He's a black guy, older guy, like our age, and he's like a liberal, not a liberal lawyer. He was a civil lawyer, all right, the civil, and I forget his name. He wears a hat.
Guy?
What's that?
The husky guy?
Not husky. No, 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 no,
Jones?
no. Oh, I love him. He's great. I love Jones. Young guy.
Yeah, I don't yeah,
My favorite is the English guy, Steve. What's his name?
Steve Harvey.
No, no.
Steve, yeah, I know. Exactly.
The English guy. He's on late at night on the weekends. He's really good. He's really good. I watch Fox. I don't watch the news every day. I've gotten away from it.
Well, yeah, I haven't watched in a while.
That's good. Linda watches it, and then she wants to discuss it with me, and then I tell her I don't want to talk about it. Nothing I can do about it.
A little busy now. I got like things going on, so.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
That's it. Just other stuff.
You're not working?
Yeah, of course not.
Okay. You still working grocery? You still working deli?
Yeah,
Cool.
22 years.
Excellent. The last 3 years, I have been a moderator in a room called Tradecaster online, and there's like over almost 2,800 members, and I'm one of the 5 moderators in the room. I police the rooms, and I have my own live stream now. I was actually streaming. Hey, you call perfect because I stopped streaming a little after 4.
Do you wear your Broward Sheriff jacket?
No. I wear a hat that says Decmar Trades or Tradecast. No, I don't wear it. I have nothing to do with that anymore. I don't go to meetings. I don't do Broward Sheriff anymore. Don't laugh. That freaking jacket got me out of 2 or 3 tickets. Believe it or not, it worked. I have a clean license. I don't drive anymore. Stewie, I sold my car. I bought a brand new car. I bought a Kia, another Kia. I bought a 2022, 2021, I think, Kia K5. Great car, fully loaded. And Linda's lease just came up. It's actually up this August. So May 9th, I paid off the lease. I bought the car. $19,400 cash. I bought it. I waited 3 weeks, got the title, and I sold it for $25,500. I just made $6,000 on my lease. It was nice. I should have sold my cadenza the same way. I would have got 9,000, but instead I took 3,500 towards my car, towards the payments. So our payments are like next to nothing now, like $350 a month, including tax for a brand new car. And in 1 year, I only did 2,100 miles on my car. So I said to Linda, I said, with the price of gas, the price of insurance, it is stupid for me to own a car. So we got down to 1 car.
Nothing wrong with that.
What's that?
Nothing wrong with
No, I feel lost because I've owned a vehicle since I'm 17, 16 years old. I've never been without a car. I could go and do what I please.
Get yourself a golf cart if you want.
No, I don't. I can't. But listen to this. In December, I had a friend Peter. My friend Peter used to play the flute. I don't know if I've been talking about my friend Peter. Known him like 20 years. I met him on a job and we became friends. He didn't have many friends, but I was one of them. Anyway, he calls me up in December on a Thursday. He goes, "Hey, can you tell me what day it is?" I go, "It's Thursday." He goes, "Thanks," and he hangs up. That's Peter. And his phone was busted, and I couldn't call him back. I couldn't receive calls. I got a phone call on Monday right after. It was from Broward Housing. He had Broward Housing, okay, cheap living, and he called me up to let me know he died. And I was the only name they had, and he left me everything he owned. He didn't have much. He was really poor. He had a lot of guitars. They were all stolen. They stole all his guitars. He had a couple of really nice ones. But I got one back that I sold him, and he put money into and had it really like fixed up nice, had it set up. So I got that one back. He left me 250 in cash. I found in the house. One was a money order. I cashed it. He left me about 45, $50 in gambling chips. Left me two TVs. All right, one I'm using. My TV was from 2000, 2000, March of 2000. So I put that TV there. It was brand new, and I got one in my bedroom. I used for the thing. The cheap TVs, but they were. And he left me a motor scooter, brand new, never driven. It was delivered to his house. He paid $1,800, but I don't have a title, and I don't even drive it, and I can't keep it at the house. They don't allow they don't allow scooters or motorcycles at the condo. It's at Jason's house, just sitting there, brand new scooter. Got 10 miles on it, like the type of scooter that Kim died on.
Take like the serial number and
What's that? No, the company that sold it to my friend knows that I have it. I spoke to them for $150. They'll put it in my name.
oh, so
Then I have to resell it. I was going to try to sell it and put it in whoever name that way, or put it for lost title, and, whatever. But anyway, I got this brand new scooter. The plates are good till next January, and I got a great scooter that I never drive. I go there once every while, just starting it up. I had it sold.
crazy.
I had it sold online once. It was a scam. They sent me a real check, the whole deal. Beautiful check from Buffalo, New York. I thought it was a scam. I waited. I called the banks. It ended up it was a fraud. Yeah. They were going to have paid to have somebody pick up the bike, the whole deal. It was a scam. And I said, I'm not letting the bike go until I know this check clears. And he goes, it clears in 2, 3 days. I go, that's fine. It takes 2 weeks for the banks to find out if it's a fraud. It was a fraud. Beautiful check. It was the same amount written on a bank in Buffalo, New York, bank, but it was the wrong number. They made a copy of the check on a beautiful printer. Total scam. I spoke to the FBI. They told me to get only about 2,000 cases per day across the country. The 2,000 cases a day. I gave them all the information. Said, have a good life. I swear, I called the FBI. I did the right thing. They called me back.
Yeah, yeah,
It was,
why not be legal?
I am
You're
legal.
not,
No, I did the right thing. But meanwhile, I got this beautiful scooter, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna have to put it up for parts. $500, $600 just for parts. Running, totally running. Somebody, whatever. I wish I could use it. I could drive to Walmart. I could drive to the doctor's local. I have no place to put it. I don't know what to do with it. They won't let me bring it here.
well,
That sucks.
so the kids are all right?
The kids are okay. Jason's still doing his thing. Everybody's pretty good. Linda's working. She's finally back to work. She got a knee surgery finally, and she's still walking like a duck. So we don't know what the hell it's gonna be her hip. She's gonna need more surgery. She walks like from side to side. Most people walk forward, backwards. She goes side to side.
No, I know. I have one like that at work.
Really?
Yeah, Joycey.
Is she a little heavy? Is she a little heavy?
No, not really.
Not really. They don't know. It could be one leg longer than another. Could be the hip. It's not the knee, for sure. But Linda is Linda. We still get along great. Linda
They're
get,
both done, her hips are done.
oh, really?
Everything.
They got both done, and it's still happening.
Yeah. So, little penguin.
Still a penguin. You know what? You know what? It's either
And it looks the duck and eye.
it could be one leg shorter than another, which they could have compensated truthfully when they did the hip or they did the actual knee.
They, measure properly, did it right.
Well, they may not have been looking for that. Sometimes they just take out. And
You have the comment on it, it's the thing.
Yeah.
Right next to it, if you fix that or look at that,
they,
we're going to have that problem as well. But,
how's the weather there? Hot?
yeah, it's pretty warm.
I figured.
Warm, yeah. But, it's kind of weird. I'm wearing a jacket in the morning at work, and then it's pretty hot.
Why? It's cool in the mornings, huh?
Yeah, still,
I love that.
like 60s, and then it goes to 70s, 80s, and then,
What are you driving?
right now, my same car, my Porsche,
That's
my
Kia.
2000
That's a Kia.
Yeah.
Wow. Kias are great cars. I got to tell you. I
It
have.
has just Pinto,
She has a Kia. What is she?
brand new 2011. We both have, let's see, 170,000.
Amazing. See, for you, let me tell you something. For you, it paid to buy the car. For me,
Yeah.
I lease them. It didn't pay. But I don't know.
Right.
I like leasing because you're in and out of a new car every 3 years.
Yeah, plus you have no problem.
And I never put money down either. No, you're right. Well, you don't. I hope you have an aftermarket.
What?
I hope you have an aftermarket warranty.
An aftermarket warranty?
Yeah, well, if anything goes, like your air conditioner goes, it could be $1,800. Your transmission goes, you might as well throw the car out.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Go get new cars.
Okay, you can go lease a car. If you lease,
I can do it. I don't think I would lease a car. That means I'm sort of committed to work.
say it again.
I'm committed to work if I lease a car. If
And if you're not committed, you're not going to work.
yeah,
Are you going to work till the day you die? What are you talking about?
I don't know. We'll see.
You will work as long as your health allows it. Why wouldn't you?
Well, I'm pretty healthy.
I know that, but what would you do if you stop working? What would you do all day
If I figured that out, I could stop working.
long? Listen, you know what? I'm working harder now than I've ever worked doing what I'm doing. I was on the phone for 3 hours training a guy. I teach people how to trade. I could get paid for it. I get paid weekly from this guy. And the thing that I don't have to pay for the room, it's $100 a month. I don't pay for that. I never paid. 1 month I paid in 4 years. And he gives me $200 a week, and I get bonuses. 1,000 here, 500 here, 1,000 here. So he only pays me about 15,000 a year.
Yeah,
Yeah, for somebody I never met until January. I met him for the first time. I had dinner with him. I brought him to a steakhouse. I didn't know that Ruth Chris was next door. I would have brought him there. I wouldn't brought him to Alexander's. And it was okay. And then they had the seminar. Everything for me was free. Most people paid $200 for the seminar. Free for me. I'm a moderator. Everything was free. I walk up. There was shirts and hats and all the stuff he sells. He goes, anything you want, just take it. It's yours. Free.
Richie and Fury on the tour.
Oh, pretty cool. I see. He's on my, what do you call it? Richard Fury's in my Facebook.
I know.
I talked to him a few times. A couple years back. He's very busy. He doesn't really answer. I tried a few extra times. You saw him with Poco?
What about Coco?
You said you saw him on tour.
Yeah, not with Coco.
Who was he with?
Solo.
Really? Wow. He usually plays with his friends the guys he grew up with.
Special guest.
George Grantham or what's his name? Sometimes Steven Stills. They were all friends.
Yeah.
But he's the only real good. I know some of his friends. Rusty Young, Timothy Schmidt. Some of them do get together once a year and they do a Poco, but mostly in the region where he lives. I think out of Colorado. He's in like Brookhaven, Colorado, or something like that. Yeah, he's a 30-year pastor, senior pastor for Calvary Chapel.
Yeah.
He's
Crazy.
a good man. Crazy. He's a good man. Who would have known? Who would ever have thought, right?
Yeah. I wanted to touch base with you.
I'm glad you did. You know what? It's my fault, but you know what? I gotta tell you, I actually really did. I think I dreamt about you guys 2 days ago. You're in my dream, and so was, you know, who else was in my dream? Couldn't believe it, Kim. I dreamt about Kim the other day. That's so unusual. I wonder if she's reaching out from the dark.
You never know.
I
So, I was gonna say,
can't believe, you know, I was so scared of getting this COVID shit because I am COPD positive, and I'll tell you what, I've been so blessed. I really have. My health is good, generally, or most of my health, even with my COPD. My oxygen level's still 95 to 98, which is real good, but my legs are killing me. I even joined the gym and I go once in a while.
what might be are you taking statins?
You know what? I take one statin a day. It's a very, very light statin and a very, very low dose.
Yeah. Still.
You're
That's
right.
him.
You know something? Maybe I'll stop for a while. Maybe I'll.
We're taking
I didn't hear you.
naps.
I don't know if you can break these. They're so small. Hold on. I know that I break my. Let me tell you something. I take I'm down from 100 milligrams a day of Losartan potassium, and they give me 50s. I think these are 50s. Let me see what it says. These are 50 milligrams. I break these in half. These I take 25 milligrams. All right, and I'm still good. These are rovastatin. Yeah, see, ROSU statin, 10 milligrams. They're so low dose. It's amazing.
It's not a low dose. I take that. 10 milligrams.
Of rovast. Wait a second. Of rovastatin.
Right. And it's stronger than the liquid form. It only says 10 milligrams, but it's really equivalent to a larger dose.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No.
And I was taking a 10 of Tenanol 10 milligrams. They took me
Yeah,
off.
I started off with Lipitor, it bothered my legs, then they gave me another thing, didn't work, then they gave me this. Been doing this for the last 6 years.
Doing what?
Was taking the rovastatin.
You know what? I have simvastatin 20 milligrams, which I can't.
Yeah,
Simvastatin is very light. Very light.
yeah, that is right. Doesn't do anything
Well, that's what the doctor said. It's not doing anything for me. They told me
for
to
me.
stop.
You're taking things that aren't doing anything for you.
So
But the
stop.
10 milligrams is a higher dosage of like Lipitor.
Wow. I'm glad I spoke to you. And you know what? I feel a little stupid because this is something I usually check. I'm a researcher of everything. But now that you told me this, I'm going to run this, and I'm going
Yeah,
to.
go ahead and compare them to the two, and you look at the milligrams, and you'll see that what I'm saying is correct. That's what my doctor told me.
You know something? What was? Can you tell me? This is important. Can you tell me the type of feelings of what you were getting in your legs, and what part of your legs were you getting it?
Usually on the ankle.
I'm not getting it there. I'm getting it a little higher up. I'm getting it under where I sit.
Yeah, and under my knee, near the calf, and my ankles mainly. And of course, I have arthritis all through my hands and all that sort of stuff.
Hmm.
But other than that, I love you.
I love you too.
I just pulling up in the driveway.
Excellent. I'm glad we could drive home together. Give your wife my best, and maybe one of these years I'm going to say to Linda, let's just get the heck out of Dodge. We were just talking about it yesterday or the day before. She says, "What are we going to do with the cat?" And I said, "We'll bring a small litter box with us, take her with us, and when we leave the car, we'll put her on a leash."
There you go.
She's not used to it, and she'll probably scream, but she'd scream more if we left her alone and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons we haven't gone anywhere since we got this cat. It's not like a dog. I don't know. My cat's so close to me. She sleeps on my stomach, inside of me. She curls up to me. Loves me.
Well, that's what they do.
It's love.
I've got 3 dogs, a cat, a fish tank.
Me too.
No more.
I'm the same. No more?
What? I got
Oh, you got them all. Good. I was gonna say, I know you better. You're not getting rid of the dog.
no, 3 dogs.
Our house. Our house. Our house
Yeah.
is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard.
Dogs are barking.
Go ahead. I love you, brother. Take it easy. Bye.
Good to hear
You too. Thank you.
from you. All right.
Bye. Nice. You can't hear my microphone. I pulled the cord. Hey, baby. Good.
I see your face in the car.
Yeah, I see
With your
that.
big blue glasses on.
I just spoke to Stewie.
How are they?
He's good. I didn't talk about Laurie, but he's good. It was nice. I was just thinking of him 2 days ago. That's so funny. I think he just gave me some good advice about something. You know.
Stewie?
Yeah, he said that. Let's see, ROU, rovastatin. Here it is. Rovastatin side effects. Take that off. Constipation, stomach dizziness, depression, joint pain. Rovastatin versus Lipitor. Let's see. Okay, rovastatin, 10 milligrams. He said the 10 milligrams is not a little. It's a lot more than you think versus Lipitor. Right, rovastatin, calcium, 10 milligrams versus Lipitor. Crestor is more potent. Crestor rovastatin is more potent and causes more significant lowering of total cholesterol. But Crestor and Lipitor similarly decrease the buildup of plaques in the blood vessels. So this rovastatin is more potent. Okay, the main difference between Lipitor and Crestor is the active ingredient, which medicated. The active ingredient in Lipitor is atorvastatin. The active ingredient in Crestor is rovastatin. So I'm taking Crestor. The active ingredient in Crestor is rovastatin. Crestor is considered a more potent statin, while Lipitor has been FDA approved longer than Crestor. So this is why I'm having all these pains. I changed. This is where it's coming from. Which one's better, Crestor or Lipitor? The study concealed that Crestor lowered LDL cholesterol by 8.2% more than Lipitor, and Crestor lowered total cholesterol significantly more than all other statins. So what I'm going to do, okay, can I switch rovastatin to atorvastatin? Now the generative statin became process switching rovastatin may occur and persist only the patient on brand risk expired. It's important to understand that the impact of such therapy may have important cardiovascular health. Why was Lipitor taken off the market? Wow, Lipitor's gone. I didn't know that. It says here. That was in 2018. What are you doing? What's that noise?
I'm trying. It's foreign.
Holy shit, I hear it.
It's coming to you, baby.
What's the safest statin? Simvastatin. Oh, look at this. Simvastatin and pravastatin has the best safety profile according to the review. See, and they took me off Simvastatin. I'm getting off this stuff. I'm not taking it anymore. Who are you talking to?
Bye. Okay, nobody lets him go, you know? He likes red and just trying to get a point, and nobody lets him go. Anyway, the sky is black. Where is it? Dark where we are?
No. Nice. Beautiful.
It's coming to us. I think it's coming
I don't care.
south.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hang up because it's really pouring out.
Yeah, go ahead. Concentrate. I'm here. Goodbye.
I'll talk to you when I get back.
Bye.
Bye.
My computer mic. You snitching on me again to deck? My computer mic went on when I pulled the other one off. I had no idea. Did I say anything I shouldn't have?